Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. I firstly would like to thank everyone who has watched my videos and subscribed to my channel. It has been 3 months and I have posted around 13 videos. Currently we have reached 100 subscribers milestone. I am really happy to know that there are 100 people who would like to listen to what I'm speaking, at least to some of my content, and I am really thankful for that. And in case if you are new here, my name is Jagan and I am currently based out of Bayern, Germany, and I am trying to make videos on career, books and self-development. If you think this is something interesting for you, then please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Check out all my other videos as well. Coming to today's video, if you are looking to apply for a job abroad, or if you are trying to evaluate a job which you got abroad, or if you are trying to evaluate an on-site deputation opportunity which your current employer is trying to provide you. If you are one among those people, then I would like to share some of the things that you need to consider before deciding whether to take that particular job or not. Let's get started. Firstly, why? Before doing anything, we will need to ask ourselves why you want to take up this job opportunity, whether it is for more money or for the quality of work or to get more exposure of some work which is not currently available in your country, or whether for good work culture, or you would like to settle down in that particular country, or you would like to travel to different countries, or just for a different experience, or it could be even because of a peer pressure. Many of your friends are already going to on-site or they are moving into different countries and you also would like to experience how it feels like. There is no right or wrong answer to your why. It could be anything, but what I would like to highlight is you need to know what is your why, because if you know why you want to do this, all other things will become very easy and you will become more clearer on your next step. Secondly, pre-plan all your finance things. How do we pre-plan our finances? I would like to take more time in this section and I would like to discuss it a bit elaborately. Firstly, we will need to identify what type of person you are. I mean to say, whether you are single or married with no kids or married with kids, whether you are going to have single income or double income in case if you are married. Next, we will need to find out sample cost of living for these type of categories. There are a lot of YouTubers nowadays, so it's not very difficult to find someone who explains about the current cost of living in your destined country. Next, we will need to find out what are the different types of taxes. There are some online tools wherein you can fill in your personal data. I mean, like whether you are single or married, you have kids or not, whether you are paying some church tax or not. Based on such details, you will be able to come to know in which tax category you might belong to. Based on these things, we will need to come up with an expected salary. I mean to say the net salary after all tax deduction. Here, instead of randomly discussing about my own ideology, I would like to take some proven personal finance budgeting principle with which we are going to derive a number. The budgeting principle what I am talking here is 50-30-20 rule. The net salary, whatever you are going to get into your bank account, you will need to spend 50% of that into your needs, 30% of it into your wants, and 20% of it into your savings or investments. Based on this, let's try to do some reverse calculation, maybe we can call it as reverse engineering, and let's try to find out a net salary. Here I would like to present a table in which I found some of the real numbers from the real people who are from India or from other Asian countries who moved to Germany and they are currently working in some IT company, and their cost of living. I have it in the needs column, and based on the budgeting principle, I have just added the wants and savings as well. Please note that these numbers are just indicators for you, so that using this particular method, you will be able to come up with some number which will be very beneficial for you. I would like to come up with a big number, so that keeping that in mind, we will be able to find a better opportunity, or you can try to negotiate with your employer for a bit more salary. If you are someone who is very strict on saving more money, you can even reduce some percentage in your wants and you can put it in the savings and investment. But if you are a person who is not ready to sacrifice the enjoyments also, then you can stick to this table. But what I would suggest is, please try to get to a closer number as what I have displayed here. This will make your life more comfortable. This does not mean that less salary people cannot survive here. So this way you will be clear of your cost of living, your taxation, and what should you be earning in order to have more comfortable life, to enjoy as well as to save a reasonable amount. Hope this is clear. This is just my point of view, or if you have come across different methodologies, then please feel free to share it in the comment section. Even I would like to learn more about it. Going to the next point, tenure and timing. Whether you would like to just go into a foreign country for, let's say, 3 to 5 years, do some job, get some good savings and come back to your country, or you would like to completely settle down in that new country, that's up to you. You will need to try to find out about this. Why am I discussing this separately? Because there is a component like provident fund. I think it's called as social security here. There are different tier 1, tier 2 things like that. We don't need to get into it deeply, but just try to understand there is a component like provident fund. If you are staying here for long term, then contributing to that will make more sense. In future it will be very helpful for you. But if you are trying to stay here for a lesser time, then I think it is better to take that into your monthly salary instead of contributing to that. There are some different forms that you will need to submit, and it will actually increase your monthly take home. So for obvious reasons like this, you will need to be very clear whether you are trying to stay in that new job, new country for longer time or shorter time. So that's one thing. Secondly, on the timing, should you be searching for a job now, or should you be relocating with your on-site deputation now? Maybe you may have your wedding plan on the card down the line, maybe 6 months to 1 year, or maybe you are expecting a childbirth or any other important family events or something. I don't mean to say some small family function, not about that, but some major life event that you are going to have in 3 to 6 months or within a year. Would it be right time to search for a foreign job at this moment? If you have something like this, then try to work on that before you leave. If you don't have anything like that, then you can freely ignore about this section. So going to the next point, legal stuff, visa, work permit and other paperwork. So this is something which really comes with your employment and the employment contract. For some countries, it's not very difficult to find a job from India and migrate to that country. For countries like US, at least in my understanding, it's not that easy to find a job from India and go there. So the visa stuff is a little bit difficult there, right? Like this, we will need to explore what is the difficulty level to get a job and to get a visa, if there is any long waiting time to process your visa application. Next, working culture, benefits, holidays. So it is obvious that we will need to pay attention to the work culture in the country that you are moving into. In my experience, I have seen some of my clients from Hong Kong and from China. The work-life balance used to be a bit lesser compared to the European clients. There are some pros and cons in each country's working style. So you will need to just try to understand what's their working style and will that fit for you or not. That's something that you will need to analyze and come to a conclusion. If you think that's fine, I am good to work for X number of hours, then you are good to choose whichever works out for you. Next, keeping in touch with home country. How far is the country that you are trying to apply for your job? How much cost it will take if you are supposed to travel from that country to your home country, and how frequently you might need to travel. Of course, we are going to work in a different country, but at the same time, we will need to travel to our country maybe once in a year, or based on the distance or the cost that it's going to incur. And for example, how difficult it is for you to bring your parents to that country and how long they can live there. For example, in Germany, if you need to bring visitors, I think it's only for 3 months. After that, they will need to go back to India and then they will need to come back. Next, cultural differences and community support in that country. So what do I mean by that? For example, if we are moving from our own country to different country, then for sure there will be cultural differences. But at least in the beginning stages, until you get settled down, if you have someone from your home country or someone who can understand what type of things you need, for example, getting adapted to the new food system, any other bureaucracy related stuff, for all such things, you might get some support from your company. At the same time, if you have some other people from your own country, that will really help you. For example, in Germany, we can see a lot of Facebook groups like Indians in Germany, Indians in Nuremberg. Sometimes we can also see based on languages like Tamil people in Germany or Telugu people in Germany. I have seen such groups already. Also, we could see that Indian embassy related people stay in social media. They regularly celebrate some Diwali, Christmas, Pongal functions. So having such support system would really help in case of any bureaucracy stuff or any difficulties. But of course, after a certain amount of time, it's important for us to learn the local language, find your newer friends in that local places, and get comfortable with the local system, local culture. Now to summarize this video, firstly, know why you want to move to a new job in a different country. Secondly, prepare about your finances, identify what would be the cost of livings, what would be the tax deductions, and how much should be your net salary in order to live a comfortable life. Thirdly, think about the tenure, whether it is going to be short term or long term. Think about your timings, like if there are any personal or career based commitments that you are supposed to complete before moving to the new country, then try to complete that as well. Fourth, the difficulty about performing your legal stuff related to visa, work permit. Fifth, find out what will be the working culture there, what will be the benefits, and what will be the working hours, and will all those be fitting for your expectations or not. Sixth, how you will be able to be in touch with your home country and the family, how much time you will need to travel, how much cost it would take to travel, and finally, the cultural differences and community support that is available for you in that country. Through this video, I hope I have delivered some useful information. If you think that's useful, then please like this video and share your opinion in comment section. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in my next video.